Look, we're stuck in the system, we can't get out. It's time for a change, stop running your mouth. I'm looking for words, but I can't get it out. Look for the light, but the sun blotted out.
Hold on, let me hop on the beat. Cause social injustice and prisoner mindset is something we gotta defeat. We idle these hoes and wear all these clothes with shoes that can't be creased. Steady looking for substance and change, but we searching all up in these streets.
Got a stain on my shirt that I can't get out. My people on high like the top of the mount. We thirsting for truth, but there's no spout. Look for a savior, but no one around.
But no one's around, but where do they look? It ain't in the church, it ain't in the book. We can't get a job, so we rather crook. They got us in chains, a fish on a hook.
Look, harvesting not bodies, harvesting not organs. Got 'em real big mad, cause they culture boring. Pimping the poor, Jim Crow at the door. Selling our souls, our daughters a whore. I wanna give in, can't take it no more. Don't wanna believe our people are more.
We swept our cup when we look at decline. We got a new bottle, it's filled with...
Hello, all my MACM people, and welcome to another MACM Culture Movie podcast, where we cover everything from intense social topics to funny social trends. We are your host, Mark Jonathan.
G.
Aja.
AJ. Mario.
And as always, we have a wonderful podcast for you all today. But before we get started, if we can always have a wonderful podcast for you all. Okay.
Mark, you were just freeze frame.
So here at MACM, right, we say a lot of controversial stuff. And with this controversy, all we ask is that you take a moment to digest all our information. Again, if you check our description, it's only for the empowerment of our people. And we ask that you take the time to message us. Hopefully we can have you on the podcast so you can express your opinion. Please don't take anything personal. Mark Zuckerberg, we understand that we are on our second strike. So please understand this disclaimer, okay? Thank you. And with that being said, we can go ahead and get into our podcast. So boom, for our first segment, how's everybody doing today? Let's go ahead and check in.
I'm doing good. It's a Friday, Friday, but I got a lot of stuff to do. So, I'm excited. So I ain't going to be distracted by nothing. So, yeah.
It's a chill day, man. It's raining. The vibes is mellow. You know what I mean? So feeling good as well.
What's up, Aja?
Hi. I'm doing good. My birthday is coming up, so I'm, in the little anticipation stage, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
What's your sign? What sign is this? Is
Gemini.
Gemini. Understood. Well, congratulations. And you're done with your semester, right?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How did your first this is your first full year, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did it go?
My first semester was better. I feel like I was focused more. And like I said, I had my first semester, and then that winter break, I just did school for the winter break. And that class was online anytime. So it's pretty much a lead yourself class. You have a professor, but they're teaching you. So I was pretty much teaching myself that full little break or whatever. And then during spring break, we were working. And then I also had homework and stuff like that. So I've been pretty much working nonstop. So the last semester was kind of tough because I was burnt out, I guess you could say. But overall, it was good. I learned a lot, meaning not like academically, but just how to handle college and handle my classes and the workload and stuff like that. So yeah.
100. Well, wish I could give you some advice, but everything worked out. You know what I'm saying? But that's super dope. I was just wishing nothing but the best for you. I'll go ahead and go next. I'm chilling. For some reason, I was just outside with no shirt on, taking care of my dogs, because I didn't feel like going back upstairs and putting on a shirt. And it was raining, it was cold, and I already got the sniffles. And then I'm gonna have to go back out and get them soon, because I don't want that. They're still puppies, and I don't know, that just be breaking my heart. I don't want them out there like that. You feel me? But besides that, I've been really tired lately. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been really tired lately. But all's well, and yeah, can't complain. And I'll go ahead and pass to G.
I'm fine.
That's been your answer for 2 straight days, girl. What you got going on?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. I don't even have nothing. I don't have an explanation.
Feel you. Well, I hope all is well, sis. You can talk to us.
Much love.
Always, always. Um, at this brief moment, I'd like to encourage everybody to leave a like and comment. Make sure you stay interactive with our podcast, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into our Black affirmations.
So pretty much, I just wanted to emphasize the importance in grounding yourself in something. Kind of not really in something, but okay. For example, I was born into Christianity, and that's been what it is since I was young. Like I've never switched religions. I've never had a time where I didn't believe in God, and so I just encourage everyone to find. I'm not gonna encourage my religion on other people. I mean, I'm gonna let you have your beliefs and stuff like that. But I do encourage y'all to find something to ground yourself in. Because without it, you'll kind of get lost, and I feel like it'll be a tougher time if you don't have something that will kind of encourage you and keep you going. Especially with today and with everything that's going on just in the world and everything like that, knowing that you're grounded in something, knowing that you come from whatever, that kind of helps a lot. So,
Honey, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. Feel me? Nah, I definitely like that for sure. And just kind of speaking on that, like y'all pretty much know, but for those who don't, like growing up with a father that was both a pastor and like a veteran, like having solid morals and beliefs was like a major thing. And he was always on my helmet. Like he said, even if it's not Christianity, you better believe in something. And I'm like, shoot, I could believe in apples or a tree. And then I got smacked that day. I remember that. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our Black excellence. Oh, I'm just kidding, Mark Zuckerberg. He did not smack me. It wasn't none of that. I'm kidding. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into our Black excellence. And what I have for you all today is the 15 First Black. So that is what this segment is titled, or I'm sorry, 15 First Black in American history. It sounds kind of weird at first, but basically what it is the first Black person to do, et cetera, et cetera. You feel me? Fill in the blanks. And this is brought to us by www.blackexcellence.com. Yes, okay, I'll go ahead and shout them out. Yeah, sure. So boom, the first Black-owned bank, the Savings Bank of the Grand Fountain United Order of True Reforms in Richmond, Virginia. So that's definitely dope. Established by Reverend William Washington Brown. That's in Richmond, Virginia. First Black-owned bank, excuse me. First Black city mayor, Pierre Calise Landry, excuse me if I mispronounced your name. elected city mayor in America in 1868 when he won the mayorship of Donaldsville, Louisiana. Okay, I got a feeling that most of this is going to be like southern states and things like that. So we have the first popular record label. Black Swan Records was the first popular black-owned record label company in America, founded in 1921 in Harlem, New York. Harlem, New York. And then we have our first black billionaire, Robert Johnson, co-founder of Black Entertainment Television, BETK. What? Became the first black billionaire when he sold BET to Viacom in 2001 for $3 billion. Dang. I don't know if I would have sold that. Which I mean, but it's $3 billion. Would y'all have sold that?
For $3 billion.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially when you got like Netflix and all of it. BET could have been so much more. You feel what I'm saying? As far as like
BET sucks. They'll show you a movie that's for an hour and 30 minutes, and it'll be on for 2 hours and 30 minutes because they gotta have an hour and 30 minutes worth of commercials. BET fucking sucks. Like, they have more commercials than they have the actual movie or show that they play. And it's just, I won't say BET sucks like that because Black entertainment, you feel me? Y'all definitely put us on when we didn't have, any networks airing Black movies or Black TV shows or just Black people in general. So, shout out for that. But, you feel me? I don't have cable. So that's why I don't watch BET. I don't have cable. But, I have Wi-Fi. I do have BET Plus, but they don't have no commercials. So
I didn't even know they had a BET Plus.
what? You know, the BET Plus, everywhere got a streaming something that you could get Paramount, Stars, HBO, like everybody, got their own little, network. Now I think you could get not Boondocks, Boomerang. Like if you want to watch all the good old cartoon shows, you gotta have Boomerang. But that's like its own subscription. You feel me? So, but yeah, they got BET Plus.
Let me ask you a question. Do they have that show that's like 4 Sisters or 5 Sisters or something like that?
Is it called Sisters?
It could be.
Tyler Perry show?
Yeah. Wait, I don't know.
Yes, yeah, that's on BET Plus.
Okay. Okay. It looked pretty interesting. I don't know.
It's a good show if you haven't watched it. It's a good show, and there's one that's called Bros. So like Sisters is for the sisters, and then Bros is for the bros. But they're both really good shows.
We call it Bros.
Mm-hmm.
That's creative.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna just run through a couple more I thought were interesting. So we have our first Black medical doctor, Dr. James McCoon. Excuse me. McCoon Smith was the first Black American medical doctor. First women Olympic gold medalist, Alice Coachman. 1948 Summer Olympics held in London. And then the first Black Grammy winner was Count Basie, a jazz pianist and band leader. 1958, and then we have our first Black Oscar winner. Hattie McDaniel famously won the Oscars for Best Supporting Actress in Gone with the Wind in 1940.
And I don't think she was allowed to attend the Oscars, and she couldn't go on stage to receive her award because she was Black.
Wow. Interesting.
F the Oscars.
Yeah. Yeah. But with that being said, that will conclude my segment of Black excellence. Again, it's kind of dope, you feel me, that they shedding light on just the first Black people to do certain stuff that we hold top tier in our society. And yeah, you feel me? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into our entertainment portion.
Um,
Oh shoot, my fault.
I really only have one thing for y'all, and Rihanna had her baby yesterday or the day before. You know, had a little boy. So shout out to Rihanna and ASAP. Congratulations. Motherhood is a beautiful thing, and she glowed her entire pregnancy. So, and she did it the way she wanted to do it. You know, she said she wanted to be a billionaire before she became a mom, and she hit that. So big shout outs to Riri. Big shout out to ASAP. I hope you guys are enjoying your little bundle of joy. And to all the mothers who just had a baby or are getting ready to have a baby, you know, big blessings, much love, and shout out to all of y'all. That's all I got.
100. I could have swore she just got pregnant like a couple months ago.
No, she just exposed it a couple months ago, but she been pregnant.
I think like the two of them are so like low key, like it made it seem like just like that they didn't have the baby. Because I remember like it was even low key because they had said that ASAP cheated, but like that was false. So yeah, it's just
Oh, that was false.
Yeah, that was definitely false.
I knew nobody wouldn't drop that bag like that.
Was
What?
definitely false. Yeah, it was definitely false. It was people. Somebody was just trying to, you know, stir some drama, and it got shut down quick.
Mark was like, I believe that.
I didn't believe it. What I did, because when she first announced she was pregnant, I unfollowed her on Instagram.
Okay, Drake. Okay, Drake.
I'm just saying,
like you don't know this woman personally. Drake really did unfollow her on everything, y'all. Like Drake was in.
He unfollowed both of them, didn't he?
Yep.
I'm
like, sir, you can't do that. You have a kid.
Exactly.
What type of betrayal is that? That's just straight betrayal. Like,
who?
Betrayed.
Who did she betray?
Me?
Don't you?
Listen, Aja, relax.
I'm mind my business. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
You hear me? You know, because I know about 15 other dudes that feel your exact same way. So
no, I'm just saying.
Okay, let's say Rihanna was here right now. What would you say to her? What would be? Let's say she wasn't pregnant and she was single. What would be your pickup line? What would you say
on the podcast? Well, you know, right now, you know what I'm saying. Right now, you know what I'm saying, I'd have to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, I'm happily in a solid
relationship. Then why you feel betrayed?
Then why you worried about Riri if you happily in a relationship with your sugar?
A baby is something that's something that you just can't take back. You feel me? I can forgive, you know, her quote unquote loving someone else. You feel me? It happens.
They're engaged. You need to just.
Yes, it's quote unquote.
He said quote unquote. Like she don't really love that man.
Right.
Dang, you know.
It's hilarious though, because it's a lot of men out there, you feel me, that have your same feelings about Rihanna being pregnant. Celebrities, non-celebrities, you know, it is what it is. But y'all are crazy. Certified.
I ain't gonna lie, Mark. I mean, you know, I'm not like the biggest Rihanna fan. Like I have other, you know, crushes, but you know, there's a lot of niggas that will 100% be. They don't care whatever. They might be married 10 years in. Rihanna pick up the line.
25
them
years
niggas is gone.
Put Rihanna in a room with your favorite dude, and he will fold. He will fold like origami.
Nah, but in all seriousness, I'm happy for the both of them. Wish them nothing but the best. And you know, she is watching this. That's a joke, you know. It's just a joke. Relax. But boom. That concludes it, right?
Yeah, that concludes it. Y'all, ASAP ain't nothing to play with. Y'all playing with ASAP like he won't take a charge behind his Riri and his baby. Don't play with ASAP, bro.
He'll take a charge.
Ain't he already facing like some type of legal issues?
Yeah, he is. He's going through something right now. So hopefully everything works out so that he can be a present father to his son. You know, they had a boy. So, you know, fathers are definitely important for their sons' lives, as are mothers. But hopefully everything with his legal case works out so that he can be a present father and he doesn't have to, father from a jail cell or anything like that. So
It's a minor charge, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. I ain't an ASAP fan. I'm gonna keep it a butt. Just like I'm a Sierra fan, I'm not a Russell Wilson fan. I don't.
Well, I'm definitely not an ASAP fan now. We can go back to sports.
Well, I mean, since we're on
sports,
okay, never mind.
Sports. Who got us on sports?
What were you
What's up,
saying,
AJ?
Audrey?
I was just gonna bring light to the fact that Rod Wave's charges were dropped.
Oh yeah, they were. They were. Rod Wave's charges were dropped, and he's putting out an album June 4th or 24th.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. That's
Yeah, he's putting out an album in June, so he gonna expose all the details of what happened. So I'm kind of watch out for that, y'all. Oh, and I know I mentioned this last week, but K Dot dropped his album. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to K Dot's album. If you're not a K Dot fan, go bury yourself under a rock. All right, that's all I got.
She's just kidding, Mark Zuckerberg. Just kidding.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So on the sports, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going on in the Mile High City. Excuse me. That was a big word. Excuse me. All right. So ain't nothing going on in the Mile High City. Y'all know the Rockies are very mid, and as far as our Nuggets are out of the playoffs. And then so
Celtics beat the Heat last night though.
Yeah,
series tied up 1-1.
So Eastern Conference, pretty much the Eastern Conference finals matchup is the Celtics and the Heat. They are tied 1-1, right? Tied 1-1. So
Warriors play the Mavericks tonight.
Yep. I got the Mavericks on this one. Or no, I actually got the Warriors because they at home. Dallas is a good home team, so I think that even though they go down 2-0, they might come back and tie it up 2-0 or 2-2. So, but you know what I mean? Just good time to watch some basketball, even if you don't typically like basketball. Usually the playoffs is like what ramps it up for a lot of people. I know it's like a change from a lot of people not seeing LeBron in the finals every year, but it's crazy because I seen a stat that said that the Warriors they've won 19 out of the last 21 series matchups that they've been in, which is crazy because most likely the Warriors are gonna go to the finals again. So, but you know what I mean? That's just sports for you.
Heard you. All right, boom. Are we all clear to jump into our main discussion?
Clear, crystal clear.
Sounds good. So, first, I understand. Let's go ahead and talk about the Buffalo shooting first. Did everybody get a chance to see the unfortunate video?
Yeah,
I didn't want to watch it. I know what happened, but I didn't watch it.
I ain't seen no
video.
watch it
either.
I watched the video.
Yeah, I watched it
several times.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the several times just got me. But
I did. I watched it several times because they for real trying to, let him plead mental illness, and nah.
And I knew that was gonna be his defense, because it's almost everybody. You can't really excuse that, but to say you're crazy. But I mean, for those who didn't watch the video, you could tell that this man was trained. Like, he wasn't just somebody shooting in the air, hoping he hit a target. He both downed and finished everybody he shot at. That's not someone who's crazy or
no. He wasn't mentally ill when he made a conscious decision to not shoot the white man when he realized he was white. You're not mentally. That was a conscious decision you made. That was the same choice you decided to make. So that's not mentally ill. You saw that that man was white and not black and apologized. You apologized. That's not mentally ill.
But I know the way that they're trying to spin it is because he had the little camera and it was streaming on Twitch, which is it's a live stream platform, but most people use it for like video games and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So he's trying to spin it as if he was playing a video game where the black people were the enemies and the white people are just the regular civilians.
Still a hate crime.
That's where the crazy, that's where the oh I was crazy or I wasn't thinking straight comes in.
Still a hate crime because even with that defense, you're proving you're racist. I'm playing a video game where only the black people are the enemy and the white people are the good guys. It's still a hate crime.
I mean, we agree, but we don't really hold no water in the court system.
None.
So it's just like
I can't say what I fully want to say because we just got out of Facebook jail. So
yeah, we don't hold no
That's
water.
crazy. I didn't even know that was his reasoning or like his excuse or whatnot.
exactly, and I mean, I don't know, because man, I really hope they don't let him off because I mean, at some point you gotta make someone be the example of like not to do this because I don't know if y'all seen it. I had shared it on my Instagram story, but people are starting to threaten certain like Walmarts and King Supers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't never claim to be Billy Badass, but all I'm saying is I'm gonna just let y'all fill in the
Keep
blank,
y'all's
man.
guard up.
I hope everybody just be safe, man. Stay dangerous, stay
Keep your
alert,
guard
stay aware. Because these people, especially if there's not an example of like, okay, dang, he pleaded crazy, but still got jail time for what is rightfully deserved. Like people are just gonna keep doing this stuff. We saw it at the movie theater, no consequence.
The church.
Churches, like it's crazy, and they're getting walked out of whatever area. Like they didn't just shoot a dozen people. Like
Innocent people. Innocent people.
I'm saying, but let us have a wallet, a BB gun, or show any signs of aggression, and we're getting killed off the rip. It doesn't make
A bag of Skittles.
It just doesn't make no
A
sense.
hairbrush, a comb.
Doesn't make no
I wouldn't be
sense.
surprised. I think that he's most likely going to get off. And I know that these aren't like the same type of cases, but the fact that George Floyd's killers was put, was found guilty and whatnot, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't think that they'll do two back to back.
Me neither. Me neither, especially this close. That is not how the white supremacist justice system of America operates.
Right. You get one every so
often. One every so often, which is crazy because white people be so scared of black people thinking we're gonna hurt them or whatever when 92% of black crime is towards black people. Like so it's like, you feel me, be committing crimes, but we not committing them towards y'all. Like, what is you clutching your purse for? I don't want your purse, Miss Susie. I'm trying to move so I can get behind you. I'm trying to get him, and you clutching your purse. 92% of the crimes committed against black people are done by other black people. We're not targeting white people. We don't wake up on a humbug and be like, what white people can I hurt today? No, that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. Y'all wake up and say, how many black people can I hurt today? How many black people can I kill today? How many black people can I arrest today? How many black people can I traumatize today? How many black people can I oppress today?
Give me one.
But we're crazy. We're the savages. We're the animals. Yeah, all right.
So hold on, I'm just doing some quick math real quick. Give me 1 second. That's 21 plus 10 plus ooh, hold on. That's 21, 10 plus 8 plus 5 plus 3 plus 12. So unfortunately, right, there have been 127 mass shootings
In
um
2022,
in 2021.
in 2021.
Oh wait, no. It says survey time period was 1982 to May 14th, 2022. So yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty accurate.
Okay.
And of that 120, where's the number? All right, 69 of them were committed by Caucasian ethnicities.
Mm.
So that's over half. It seemed to me like that's what y'all should be afraid of.
Mm. Y'all should be
And
afraid of
only
the
10
people
of
that
them.
discovered America and killed off an entire culture of people. That's who y'all should be afraid of. Y'all should be afraid of the people who kidnapped an entire culture of people from a different country and brought them to America to enslave them and torture them and belittle them and oppress them. That's who y'all should be afraid of. Y'all should be afraid of of the KKK. Ain't nobody. How come y'all indicting our rappers that talk about their life for entertainment? And where's the Rico on the KKK? Where's the KKK's Rico at? They're nationwide. They're from coast to coast.
And they gotta have their hands in something, whether it's drug, gun related, they gotta have their
It's
hands
because
in
KKK members, they're the judges, they're the prosecutors, they're the DAs, they're the chief of police, they're the lieutenants, they're the feds. Those are our KKK members. They're the lawyers. Those are the KKK members. So that's why ain't no Rico on them. My name is Jamaria Wright. Y'all can at me on that one.
Yeah, yeah, I heard her. Anybody got anything else to say on the shooting? Overall, just prayers to all the loved ones and family members of those who were, I mean, it's a very unfortunate situation. So our hearts just go out to y'all.
All
Um,
10. All 10. The oldest, I think she was 87. The youngest was 32.
How do we fix this?
I mean, I
I don't
encourage
see a
everybody.
solution.
What'd
My
you say,
fault,
Audrey?
Audrey. What were you saying?
My bad. I was just saying I don't really see a solution. There may be times where it gets better, meaning improves, but I don't think it's ever gonna change. I don't think it's ever gonna stop. I don't think it's ever gonna, just be a full flat line.
But can we think like that in order to bring change? Like, is that the way if we want change, is that the type of mindset to bring about change?
It's not even it's being realistic. I mean, not to say it like that, but I mean, we're in 2022. If we're still going through stuff like this now, and some people have different opinions on the Black Lives Matter movement, but you have people who are trying, we've had protests, we've had walks, we've had marches, we've done all this. And so there still hasn't been any change. I mean,
People have had city sit-ins where they sit with the actual council members that's on the board
exactly.
for their city, and shit still hasn't changed. The only way I see us changing this is if white America becomes okay with black America separating from America and we can have our own America. That's the only way I see this changing, is black people being able to be
Segregated.
surrounded by black people. Segregation, period. The only problem with segregation when it was originally happening is because we were being treated unequally. We were being treated unequally. We didn't have all the same access and rights that white people had. We couldn't vote. we couldn't do anything. You feel me? We didn't have nice things. We were forced to live in the hoods. We were forced to drink the nasty water. Our the youth and the students were forced to read books and have books that were outdated to what's currently going on. And so the time that black people strived the most in America was when Black Wall Street was thriving, and that it was a threat to white America, and that's why they burned it down. The only way that we can successfully have change for black Americans in America is if we create a segregation system where white America cannot voice their opinion on what black America does. And only black America, where it's black police, it's black judges, it's black lawyers, it's black doctors, it's black everything. The government on down is everywhere is black. We govern ourselves, we police ourselves. That's the only way it's going to change, because only black people know what black people go through. White people can't relate to us. They'll never be able to relate. It don't matter if you marry black, it don't matter if you have black kids, it doesn't matter if you have black friends. You will never be able to relate to what it's like being a black person in America. So the only way I see us being able to have a solution and change is if we have our own black America. And I'm not talking about going back to Africa, because a lot of us, you feel me, even though that's where our roots originate from, we're black Americans. Our culture is black America. We're Americans at the end of the day. We're not Africans at the end. I'm not African American, even though that's where I descend from. My mama and daddy is both from the United States of America. My grandparents on both sides from the United States of America. Only when you get to my great grandpa, he from Mexico. And I can't go too much further back than that, because they killed us off. They separated us. They took children away from their mothers and separated them across state, nationwide. If your mom is over here in Louisiana, I'm going to send your kids way over here to Washington. Not D.C., but Washington. Way across the way. So we can't even trace all the way back to who our ancestors fully are. But what I do know is that going back to my grandma, both my grandmas on both sides and my granddads on both sides, they're from America, which makes me an American. I'm an American. I'm a black American. My culture is black. My race is black, but I'm still an American. I don't have African culture in me. So I can't relate to that, because I will eat some African food, but I don't know how to make it. I know how to make soul food. Soul food is American. You feel me?
Even with that too, it's not all Africans like black people. Africans
Right.
look at us as if we're, well, some of us are, but still Africans look at us as lazy. I know a few, like, Africans don't really like black people. It's the same thing with other races not really liking black people. So going with what she said, I mean, it's almost, I don't know, it's hard, because like she said, we can't, going back to Africa might not be an option for everybody because of the fact that we're not African. Like,
our cultures are different.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pick out 2 points, because I love what you just said, Aja. Like, you know, on the segregation point, like, how would you do that? Because, you know, what are you considering black? What are you considering African? How do you segregate that? You know what I mean? So there is that point. G, you gave us a great point as well when you said the Black Wall Street. In my opinion, I think the best way to lead is by example. And I think that Black Wall Street was a great point. When you have a Black Wall Street, you're leading by example. When you have a bunch of gang members and drug dealers, you're not leading by example.
Right.
So then you make the system and you make the overall view look this way. When you set by example, then you can create change. Without that example, you're always going to get the negativity, right? Like, if somebody views us as what they see on TV or what they see on YouTube as a music video, then you're going to get that thing, right? So so like it's really like, you want to lead the pack, which way do you want to lead it, right? So, you know, a lot of the things that we are attracted to, like G said, are American. Like, we've created a culture, but like Aja said, when you bring somebody that is, I ain't gonna lie, you go to Africa, some of their poverty, people come here for a change. So when they come here for that change, you want to make sure that we set that example instead of them looking at us as lazy.
But how do we successfully go through with that when white America is threatened by us? Black Wall Street was thriving until white America was threatened and decided to bomb us. That's our downfall. We can't do shit and thrive as long as white America is intimidated by our power and our strength.
And not only that, real fast, Mario, I promise, and then I'm gonna let you talk. But okay, so these conversations that we're having now, right? You may have in Denver alone, you may have a couple hundred people who are with it. Like, yeah, let's really try to do something better for Black people. But then you know, you have that conversation, you become uplifted, you got hope. Then you walk outside and you see everybody else who's not with it. So I mean, yes, it's, you know, white people who are stopping us, but it's also Black people because we're not all on the same accord. So it's a lot of reasons why I personally feel like we're gonna be stuck, because like, and then was we talking about this last? I don't know. We were talking about this a while ago, but we aren't in the same space mentally. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Mario.
Can I take your point, and your point, just wrap it all together for a nice cohesive point. So starting with G, she said something very important, is that like, in a sense, we're not African and that we're American and that our lineage and our parents from America. Well, if you go into the history of America, we are indigenous to America simply because the way history has been framed to us, we lost who we were. Slavery was a process and a ritual. So we were purposely stripped from our history, our native tongue, and our tribal lands here in America, as well as our lands in Africa. One thing we forgot is that we are so old as a culture that we transcend most modern European racist ideals. It's a reason why they had to denigrate us. And denigration is the process of blackening someone's character. You feel what I'm saying? The title Black is something that was levied upon us when we were enslaved. So before we were given or branded with the name Black, we had tribal names. We had a nationality. You feel what I'm saying? But the plan was to basically devalue all of the things that we contributed to civilization. And when I say that is the scientific achievements, as far as like 1,000 years ago in Al-Andalus in Moorish Spain, we had perfume air conditioners where the air condition would go through the fields of flowers and come through people's cribs. Like, this is the type of technology we had pre-electricity. You feel what I'm saying? Because we built with nature. Another point about how we need to be separate from so-called white America. I don't call these people white people. To me, they are Europeans. So with that is that when we come together, because we are a nation of people, we are about 45 million strong in this country. That is, man, if we just take those numbers, we're one of the biggest nations in the world, strictly off those numbers. So with that, we are a nation within a nation. And there are other nationalities of people who have set up little Indias, little Tokyos, Chinatowns, you feel what I'm saying, etc., etc. So with that, what I will say about that is that we can build our own towns. But the thing about separation is that we want to buy strictly from us, but sell to the world. That's how we get rich. You feel what I'm saying? Through international trade. Marcus Garvey, one of our esteemed leaders, created what we call the Black Star Line. And with the Black Star Line, these were ships that will trade with African countries with the different crops that grew between the Caribbean, America, and Africa. He thought about that over 100 years ago. Something like that is radical today. We can't even get our people to even think on a level of international trade between the different so-called African countries in this world. So what we have to do is strictly, like you said, administer our own form of government between ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not nobody else's fault but our own. Why don't we have a set of principles, a set of laws just between us? We talk about the system all the time, but what is our system to get the foot off of our neck. We have to be systematic and intentional about what we're trying to do. So conversations like this just pretty much open the gateway. And then to bring back another point about understanding our own people are hurting us. You feel what I'm saying? Malcolm X set up by his own. Martin Luther King set up by his own. Our leaders have been taken down. Nipsey by our own. So when we understand that, when we come together and create certain laws and really dictate and have our own judicial system amongst each other, we can identify characteristics that are traitors to our nation. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing is going to happen unless we have law and order amongst ourselves.
And adding to that, if we had a separate, America for Black people, right? Just like how America now outsources from China or Mexico or whatever, right? And we deal with them to get certain products and goods and stuff, right? White America wouldn't have anything if it weren't for the Black people that built this country. They'd have no choice but to come for us for stuff because we're innovative and we come up with everything. We have come up with everything. So they would have no choice but to put their pride aside and say, okay, we need the Black people's help for this. They got this, they got this, they got that. We don't. We need it. We need it. So now we got to work with them and to get it. But to work with us, you got to pay us because ain't nothing for free. And we never got our 40 acres in a meal. Never. Still looking for it. I take my meal right now today because gas prices is like, woof. So I'll take my meal, Never got it. So
I mean, so for me personally, I feel like the idea of separating America, sounds cool to me, and at least it sounds cool and all. I think for me, I kind of think it is like a short-term fix would just be exercising your rights, and specifically the second one, and go ahead and bear arms. You feel me? As far as this situation goes, I know a lot of people, specifically colored, who have reached a certain financial standpoint and then feel like they are now like safe from all these different things that happen to other Black people. But as you can see, you are not safe. As long as you still got this melanin inside of you, they will still target you. So, that would be my first fix. And yeah, I won't really go into more of what you guys said. Overall, I agree. I think there are some variables, how we would split, who would go where as far as the other nations, like like Hispanics, Asians, Native American, who would they side with? And yeah, so yeah, I'll go ahead and leave that there. But to go ahead and transfer over to our other topic, we had the cancel culture versus Amber Heard. So I was talking with a friend from high school, and she brought up this valid point of so I'm reading from Warner Bros. You feel me? So Warner Bros. Pictures have reportedly planned an emergency meeting due to executives insisting that Amber Heard needs to be cut from Aquaman 2 completely, with the hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp. Right? So my homegirl, she said, when have they ever legitimately canceled a man after finding out he was abusive? Then I went on to say,
Before you continue, is she saying that Johnny should be canceled?
No,
Okay. She's just saying in
just
general.
saying, yeah, I guess because the point she was trying to make, and if I have this wrong, you know, I think she's tapped into the podcast a little bit. So please correct me if I am. But her point was no, I asked her, I said, I hear your argument, but I can't think of a man with status that was confirmed to be abusive and didn't get canceled. Um, and I asked her to refresh my memory. She brought up Biggie, Robin Thicke, Pharrell, Tyler the Creator, Rick Ross, Future. And she said, even if it weren't confirmed, why exactly are the singing about rapey people or taking advantage of people? You feel me? Then she brought up Chris Brown, Floyd Mayweather, et cetera, et cetera. And basically her point is everybody's so quick to just go ahead and she sees crucify Amber Heard for her actions. But we've let Chris Brown go on. I don't even know about the Floyd Mayweather situation. It was pretty interesting. But Terrence
About
Howard,
him
Mike,
slacking his wife?
I ain't never heard that.
Sock her out.
But
So
I guess that's
I
the point
heard
she's trying to make. You feel me? Like,
allegedly.
yeah, I'm guessing that's the point she's trying to make.
I get her point. I hear her. You feel me? I hear her argument. I definitely get her point, especially with the names that she named. Now I've stated before how I feel about the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. Rihanna should have never spit on my bro. I don't give a deal. I just don't care. She should have never spit on him. I'm wholeheartedly. I tell my brothers this. I tell my god brothers this. You feel me? I'm gonna tell my nephews this. If a female spit on you, knock that bitch out. I don't care. I don't care. That spitting is so
She's
disrespectful.
getting Marcus Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
She's
she should have never. She should have never spit on him. For real, for real. She shouldn't have. But you know, everybody else, you know, they do their things, and you know, I hear her point. You feel me? Because there have been a lot of alleged allegations of famous celebrities and their abuse. You feel me? Saying with the ones who rap about it, woo woo bam bam. I think why it's so big with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp is because of Johnny Depp's celebrity status. And you know, it's a vice versa of a woman being abusive towards a man. You know, and really, you know, like one of the questions have been, who really is Amber Heard? Like, you feel me? We know who Johnny Depp is, and we love Johnny Depp. You feel me? Like for all his characters that he's played. So I think that's why this, you know, case has a different perspective in people's eyes, is because it's not a man being abusive towards a woman, it's a woman being abusive towards a man. And also Johnny Depp's status alone holds a whole bunch of weight. You feel me? Pretty much everybody knows who Johnny Depp is. Nobody really knows who Amber Heard is. If you've been following the trial, if you've been watching the trial, I think that's another thing that plays a part in Amber Heard's cancellation, because she's a bold-faced liar, and it's been proved in court. I think in one of the ones, they played a conversation of her and Johnny on the phone, and you know, Johnny was saying like, I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna put it out there that, you feel me, you're abusing me, that you're abusive. And her response is, how is that gonna look, you as a man exposing to the world that you're being abused by a woman? That was her response. She was like, you're a domestic violence victim, and he was like, yes, I am. But then she turns around on stand and says that she's never abused Johnny, and that she's the one who's been abused. So I think their case is special. I think, you know, your friend has a point about, you know, men in the industry, whether it's the music industry or the film industry. You know, it doesn't really matter. But being in the entertainment world, you know, a lot of men do get away with a lot of shit because it's the business is run by men. The business is run by men. You feel me? Women they don't hold a lot of weight as far as say so as what goes on in the entertainment industry. That's music, that's film, that's all of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think this is a great example just because it gives you two people, not saying that. So Johnny Depp's up here, you know, Amber's down here. Like, but they're both like there's no like ethnicity, too much of an ethnicity difference. So you couldn't say like, oh, well, he's a black man, because if he was a black man, that would be totally different, and they'd probably be taking her side. But in that case, you do got to understand that I think for the most part, for her, like a lot of the times people don't, like, everybody ain't the same, so everybody ain't wired the same, everybody don't think the same, and so when you think about it like that, what people gonna view is that abusive situation, right? But let's go back. I think everybody on here can at least know or seen or heard of some abusive situation in our personal lives. So when you look at it that way, I think that just really the courts need to play that out, because at the same time, like Johnny, like, hey, he might have did something wrong, right? But knowing that like what he did what he did to make sure that it got out was right. I think that's the biggest thing. I think he was able to have courage to voice his opinion, because a lot of people, sometimes you don't get it until, shoot, you get caught on camera like Ray Rice. So
Right.
and then it's like, you know, you got to go to marriage counseling and stuff like that if y'all gonna be together. But that's really what you want to think about.
I mean, and I guess another point that I just kind of thought of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the names I gave you or things like that, like, did they ever go to trial for real or
Nah,
court?
nah. And that's another thing, like this is a big case. You feel me? This trial is being televised every day, whereas some of those other names, some of the names you mentioned, I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that there was something against them. I didn't know that anybody ever even. And then some of the other names I do know, but you feel me, cases got dropped immediately, or it never went too far. So that's another thing. You feel me? It just didn't touch socially like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case is touching so many people socially. Like, I don't know about on y'all's Facebook, but my reels is always a clip from the case. It's a different clip from the case every time. TikTok is running rampant with different clips of the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. And I really think this trial exposed a lot of Amber Heard's bad behaviors. This heifer sniffed
Exactly.
coke on the stand.
I
She
saw that.
sniffed coke while on the stand.
Exactly. And that just,
Wait, what?
yeah,
She
because
sniffed coke while on the stand. I'm gonna show y'all the video. She put a tissue up to her nose as if she was getting ready to blow her nose, and it's very obvious that she sniffs in one end and wipes with the other side. It's very, very obvious that she sniffed coke on the stand, like not even in, you feel me, where her lawyers and stuff are sitting, where they're sitting, while putting other people on the stand. On the stand, she sniffed coke. So I think a lot of her bad behaviors are being exposed during the trial, whereas some of these other cases never went to trial. So we don't even get the opportunity for either side's bad behaviors to expose. Trial exposes bad behaviors whether you're innocent or not, right? It'll expose some bad behaviors and character traits that you have about yourself if the lawyer is good. Johnny got a good lawyer. Johnny, Amber's lawyer is not too much, but Johnny got a good lawyer. So if your lawyer is good, a good lawyer can expose bad habits about you off of any type of question, So I think with those other names that have been named, with them not having ever been brought to trial, we haven't really been able to be exposed to bad behaviors on either side of the spectrum of the accused or the accuser. Whereas this case, we get to actually see it firsthand.
exactly. So I just appreciate Carrie Carl, and excuse me, your last name was a little different. Yeah, what she said. But I appreciate you for bringing up your point, because it's exactly as you, Angie, said. Like, I even heard a clip of like a previous domestic violence case with, I believe, her ex-girlfriend or wife or something like that. So her whole background's getting exposed. And especially since it's going to trial, like, that's why I feel like it's as big as it is now, because the fact that I haven't even heard those names, like the last, like truly, like the last and like most recent, excuse me, case I heard of like abuse that went to trial was R. Kelly's.
Right.
I couldn't even think of anything.
And we know that R. Kelly shit is true. You know, we
Yeah,
know he's an abuser. It's like it's no, you feel me? There's really no argument on that one with R. Kelly because we all know. So
yeah,
it's like, you know, it's just it took too long for them to expose R. Kelly at the depth that they exposed him at.
exactly.
Because they should have got R. Kelly when he peed on that 12-year-old.
Right, straight like that. Yeah, yeah. I seen that video that somebody was making him sing so he could eat his lunch. He was
Yes, they doing him bad in jail, y'all. And it's R. Kelly, y'all. He don't have no royalties. Kelly is broke. Like he owes money. He
ass.
owes money. I think his net worth right now is negative $2 million.
He spent all that money trying to get out of jail. But does anybody have anything else?
So wait, I don't know if you guys know, but was the one about Rick Ross where he was saying something about this, like in his song, or was there like an actual?
I don't know because I never heard any allegations.
Because he in one of his songs he said something about putting Molly in his. It was dang. He said he put Molly in her champagne and she didn't even know, and then he took her home and enjoyed it or something like that. He said something like that. But
I believe
that's like
I don't really listen to Rick Ross like that. I'm not really a Rick Ross fan, so I wouldn't like know based off his music, but I know like as far as like allegations and stuff being brought like publicly, I've never heard anything on Rick Ross. So it's like I don't know. And some of those other names you named also like I didn't know like Pharrell.
Yeah, that kind of
against Pharrell. I did hear about Robin Thicke. Who else did you name? Chris Brown, of course, Floyd. Who else did you name, Mark?
I could pull it up again. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because some of those names, I'm like, damn, I never knew. So, I mean, and that's the thing, though. Just because we don't know about it don't mean it's not true and happening. It's just that with this case in particular, it's being televised and broadcasted in a way that if you don't know about it, you're truly a hermit living in a shell because it's being talked about everywhere. Facebook, it's being talked about on the news, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like whatever social media platform you have is being talked about. If you don't watch social media, but you watch the news, it's being talked about on the news. So, I mean, it's being talked about on the news more than crime is being talked about on the news.
I'm definitely a hermit.
Yeah, you're definitely a hermit if you don't know about the Depp and Heard case right now. You know, even if you're not following it, you've at least heard about it.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, you know, so it's like even if you're not following it, you heard about it. So, like, go ahead, Mark. Name some of them other names.
So just to recap, it was Biggie, Robin Thicke, Pharrell, Tyler the Creator, Rick Ross.
Yeah, I never heard nothing bad against Tyler the Creator.
Me neither. But Chris Brown, Floyd Mayweather, Emma Roberts, Terrence Howard.
Emma, wow, she seems to be. I ain't gonna lie.
Terrence Howard told his ex he'd kill her. I'm not sure. And then Mike Tyson. But yeah, I believe Mike Tyson. He's just a different individual.
I believe about Terrence that he told his wife he would kill her. Probably he probably. We don't know what was going on. They're married. You can't even vouch shit against married couples because they be saying shit. You feel me? And they're married. So they do be saying shit. You don't know what one spouse did to the other spouse to piss them off, and maybe in that heat of the moment, he truly did feel like till death do us part. Till death do us part. So I wouldn't put it past them. And he's crazy. He's like certified crazy. Like, have y'all seen Terrence Howard in movies? Bro's crazy. I mean, hey, I love Terrence Howard. He's an amazing actor, but bro is crazy. Like Halle Berry, I'm surprised they know abuse cases against Halle Berry. Halle Berry is crazy. Like real life certified insane. Like she's. But my point is, some of those names like Tyler the Creator, I've never heard anything bad about Tyler the Creator. Am I the only one? I've never heard anything bad about him. So that's why it's just surprising. You know, that name is surprising. So But it's like I'm not the one to dismiss accusers. If an accuser is saying that somebody did something, I don't want to dismiss them, but I am a fact checker. I need to know the facts because one thing I do know about women is that sometimes women get caught up in their emotions and they lie about stuff. Not all women, not all of us are built like that, but there is a portion that you feel me, they get caught up in their feelings. A man isn't doing what she wants him to do, and so she, creates a narrative to make it seem like she's a victim. So I'm not always one to just jump and believe a woman when she's accusing a man of something, but I also don't want to dismiss her either. So it's like, I don't know. But I do know with the Amber Heard case and the Johnny Depp case, it's too national to be dismissed, if that makes sense.
Anything else, family?
That's all I got.
And then I think so what I just looked up to, the Tyler Creator thing, a lot of the times people be verbally abusive, and
yeah, that's true.
It's the mental thing. Our minds, we gotta keep our minds strong. So
for sure,
that's it.
For sure.
Well, at this time, I'd like to invite everyone who's watched, who shares this video, and give us some word of mouth. Come tap into the podcast to like all of our social media pages. We have our Make a Chess Move -MACM. Then we have our Make a Culture Move -MACM, which is our podcast. Then go ahead and check out our YouTube at Make a Chess Move -MACM. Virtual artist storytelling is in the works. Then check out our website at www.makeachessmove.org. And then our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest is all MACM 303. If you go to our MACM page, you will see that we do have a safe zone coming up. That is May 27th. That is a Friday. Next Friday, I believe.
Yep.
So y'all make sure y'all bring y'all peoples to that. We got music, food, a whole lot of
Park.
Exactly. So y'all go ahead and tap in. Again, that's Fuller Park. Check out the website if you want any details, or just go to one of our social media pages. And with that being said, y'all have a good day. Y'all MACM out there, man.
Y'all be safe.